Hello, today I will be talking about movie review number 1002. This is Dunkirk. Dunkirk is a 2017 movie directed by Christopher Nolan. This has Warner Bros. Pictures and Syncopy Productions I saw this movie on May 9th, 2024 at Regal Cinemas 16 in Deerfield Towne Center in Mason, Ohio. It's also interesting that when I saw this movie originally in 2017, this was the same video that I saw this movie at. Pretty neat. So Dunkirk is a movie by Christopher Nolan, who you probably know as the director of the Dark Knight trilogy, Interstellar, Inception, and Oppenheimer. So the film is based on the events during World War II, and this takes place in May of 1940. Germany advances into France, trapping Allied troops on the beaches of Dunkirk. Under air and ground cover from British and French forces, troops were slowly and methodically evacuated from the beach using every serviceable naval and civilian vessel that could be found. This movie details the heroic mission that basically saved over 330,000 French, British, Belgian, and Dutch soldiers from the beaches of Dunkirk. And this movie details the story of this mission. So, unlike Christopher Nolan's previous films, this is actually a shorter movie, about an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. So, we see in this movie three settings. One is basically soldiers on the beaches of Dunkirk. Another setting is a captain on a ship. Well, not exactly a captain, but more like somebody that drives a boat to get to Dunkirk. And in the third setting, it takes place on the air with with aviation planes. And so I like how the movie details the story of how these soldiers were trapped on Dunkirk and how there was going to be a mission to try to get these troops to safety. But they have to defend themselves and the soldiers from their enemies as their enemies are coming. So we see Fiona Whitehead portraying Tommy, Tom Gwynn Kearney portraying Peter Dawson, Mark Rylance portrays Mr. Dawson, Chad Roden portrays Collins or Fortis 2, Harry Styles portrays Alex. Harry Styles, I think he was in One Direction. But anyway, Adrian Barnard portrays Gibson, James D'Arcy portrays Colonel Winnett, Barry Keoghan portrays George Mills, who helps Mr. Dawson and Peter Dawson with this mission. Kenneth Branagh portrays Commando Bolton. Cillian Murphy portrays a shivering soldier, somebody that Mr. Dawson rescues. Tom Hardy portrays Ferrier or Fortis 1. He is one of the people that flies the airplanes in the third setting. Michael Caine portrays the reader, the Fortress Reader voice. Elliot Tennyson portrays Highlander 2, and Will Attenborough portrays the second lieutenant. And so this movie details the beginning of World War II and how Germany advances into France, causing the Allied troops to be stuck on the beaches of Dunkirk. They're not sure where to go, and there was no way out. So there was a rescue mission from people like Mr. Dawson coming to Dunkirk to try to rescue some of these men. And we also see Tom Hardy's character, Ferrier, or Fortis 1, trying to protect these soldiers from their enemies. And then we also see the actual soldiers that are on Dunkirk. And let's just say that there was some squabbling between the soldiers at various times in the movie, especially when they're trying to figure out how to get off this beach. But the thing is, when help does come, they can only send so many men at one time. And so some men try to sneak their way on board. Some of them did lucky, some of them not so much. But I like how the movie explores this heroic mission that basically saves over 300,000 soldiers, French, British, Belgian, and Dutch soldiers that were trapped on the beaches of Dunkirk, and how they were safely evacuated from this beach. Like I said, it was pretty good. And I will say that at the near the end of the movie, there was an address that you can hear by Prime Minister Winston Churchill, who was Prime Minister during World War II. But yeah, I thought Dunkirk was pretty good, and I definitely like how Christopher Nolan directed this movie. I didn't see it in IMAX, but I thought it was still pretty good. And if you guys like Christopher Nolan's other films, you'll definitely like this one as well. So that's my movie review of Dunkirk. Please enjoy my next movie review. Alright, goodbye.